Welcome to the first game of the first ever Mount Carmel High School Lady Aces Thanksgiving Basketball Tournament. A full weekend of girls basketball on tap here at the Hilltop. As long as I can remember, it's the first ever basketball tournament in general Mount Carmel has ever hosted, and it begins with a 4-team field here today. The Mount Carmel Lady Aces, the Lawrenceville Lady Indians, the Fairfield Lady Mules, and the Edwards County Lady Lions all set to do battle over the next 2 days. Along with Max Gerlach, I'm Kyle Peach, our entire crew. Welcome to Mount Carmel High School. Happy Thanksgiving. We hope you're stuffed and miserable and had a great time doing it. And also, if you're out shopping ridiculously on Black Friday, good luck to you. I don't envy you, and I would never. But nonetheless, enjoy this holiday weekend. We've got basketball for you here today, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Kyle. I hope you enjoyed your holidays just as much as I did.
It was good. I am stuffed. I don't need to see food for the next year. It was a good break. But as we turn our attention here to basketball, Mount Carmel, a team that stacked their non-conference schedule up with some formidable foes, including the likes of Teotopolis and Castle. This is a team in search of their first win, and no better place to do it than at their home tournament.
Yeah, they had those first 3 games that were all tough, and those first 2 they lost by 4 apiece, and I think T-Town might have been 6 if I'm not wrong, Kyle.
Yep.
And this tournament is a winnable tournament for Mount Carmel, but they do have some really solid teams in here. Fairfield is a really solid 2A team in the Black Diamond, and Edwards County's coming off an Elite 8 run in the tournament last year, and they also played Mount Carmel many times the last few years, and they always give them a good run. But this is going to be a good tournament for Mount Carmel, and especially a great way to pick up, hopefully, their first 3 wins.
Well, the Lady Aces start with the Lady Indians of Lawrenceville. It's a new era for them. Jeremy Brush is their head coach. We'll hear from our head coach, Lady Aces coach Matt McCarty, after a 2-minute break. Stay with us from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball. At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine "so good to see you again" smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Prices are falling at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $9,400 off a new Jeep Wrangler or a Ram 1500 with 0% financing and no pay for 90 days. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a Pacifica with $6,200 off MSRP or lease a Durango for $474 a month. See them for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
The holidays are a busy time, and keeping track of your spending can be easier than you think. With F&B Mobile Banking, you can monitor your purchases, set spending limits, and receive real-time alerts all from your phone. Whether you're shopping local, traveling, or checking out online, managing your money is simple, secure, and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Download F&B Mobile Banking from the App Store or Google Play, or visit your nearest branch to learn more about staying on budget this season and beyond. Track your holiday spending with F&B and enjoy a little extra peace of mind this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Coach's pregame show presented by Glenn's Auto Service and Towing, located on Wabash 10 Avenue and Route 1 South. The next time you need a tow, call 263-3285. Here with Aces coach Matt McCarty before the start of a first, I think, in the history of Mount Carmel girls basketball. Let's talk first about the fact that we're hosting our own tournament. That's something that I know has maybe been on the list of to-dos for a while, but finally it has arrived, and it is quite the undertaking.
Yeah, I'm really excited. When Robinson announced last year that they weren't going to continue on with their Thanksgiving tournament, I went straight to Kyle and wanted to jump on it, and Kyle was completely on board with it as well, so I'm really excited that we're getting this thing going this year.
A lot of folks, I'm sure, involved with making today and tomorrow happen, and obviously I looked at the list of sponsors you gave me. Boy, this community stepped up in a big way.
Oh, community has stepped up in a huge way. Parents have stepped up in a huge way. We got 27 sponsors from the community, and then just my parents have been so helpful so far. I've got parents running around right now. We got parents brought in stuff for hospitality room and a silent auction, and some that volunteered to do 50-50, and we got some that volunteered to do work the gate and work the score bench, just so these girls could have a great first tournament.
Well, now to the matter at hand, the Lawrenceville Indians, the first opponent up today.
Yeah, also a conference foe. We play them here, I think, here in about 2 weeks after this, and under a new regime with Coach Jeremy Brush, and I think he's going to come in and do really good with them. I know they're pretty young, got a lot of freshmen and sophomores, so they've got a little bit of a learning curve still, but just from watching film from them, they look like they're going to be solid, especially as this season continues going.
Our team has certainly been through the ringer here early on purpose, the increased competition in the non-conference part of the schedule, but how important is it to get that first win? Oh,
it's important, but we've talked to the girls a lot. We loaded up the schedule for a reason. We want to be successful postseason time, and we started with 3 really tough games, and if we make a couple of bunnies that we missed and make a couple stops that we had made earlier in the game, we're sitting here at 3-0, and everybody's talking different. So the girls are fine. Their headspace is in a good spot, and we're looking forward to getting back on track with this tournament.
We see the silver lining. We're not talking anything bad on our end, just for the record. It's all good.
Yes.
We appreciate the step up in competition, but talk to us about keys for today. What do we have to do to beat Lawrenceville?
They're going to come out in a 1-2-2 zone, so it's real important that we look in the middle and look at the short corner and try to get easy touches early, try to get us going in a rhythm. And then for us right now, it's put together a whole game. We've played great in the first half of all 3 games that we've played so far, and you could tell the legs were starting to go, especially towards that fourth quarter, and it's just putting together a whole game right now. Defensively, rebounding, offensively, making our free throws, just a whole game, and I think we'll see that this weekend.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you so much.
That's Lady Aces coach Matt McCarty. We'll have the starting lineups and play-by-play, the opening game of the Mount Carmel Thanksgiving Tournament next.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Sights and sounds of the holidays fill the air of the Brubeck Arts Center Theater as the Wabash Valley Arts Council presents 2 special shows December 6th and 7th. On Saturday, December 6th, the WVC Strings and Choir perform songs of the season at 1:30 p.m. Then on Sunday, December 7th at 2 p.m., witness the enchanted scenes of The Nutcracker Ballet performed by the Children's Center for Dance based in Evansville. Ticket information available at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR codes on your screen.
Back here to the Hilltop, getting set for the start of the Mount Carmel Basketball Thanksgiving Tournament here. The Lady Aces to take on the Lawrenceville Lady Indians. It is time for the national anthem. Before we do that, we're going to let you know that the Lady Aces want to thank everyone who has sponsored the tournament this year, including Wabash General Hospital, First National Bank of Allendale and Mount Carmel, Sharp & Williams, the Mark and Susan Zimmerman family, Stevens Farms, JR's Auto Repair, and Mount Carmel Public Utility. Back in 90 seconds.
The holidays, all about togetherness. which is why Subway is bringing all your holiday favorites together in one bite. Seasoned stuffing and sweet cranberry sauce, oven-roasted turkey, rotisserie-style chicken, and the Terhamkin. Introducing Subway's festive flavors. It's togetherness in a sandwich. Hurry to Subway, because unlike your guests, these subs won't stay too long. Festive flavors for a limited time only. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
It's Christmas Uptown in Mount Carmel, Illinois on Friday, December 5th from 4 to 9 p.m. See Comet, a real live reindeer. Enjoy carriage, train, and Rudolph rides, or take the City Lights trolley tour. Visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus. All attractions are free. A dozen food trucks and over 30 vendors on the street. Visit us on Facebook or download the Christmas Uptown app at christmasuptown.com.
For the home team, Lawrenceville Indians. Sophomore number 5, McKenna Hill. Freshman number 40, Ava Cessna. Freshman number 23, Elise.
Let's meet the starting lineups now in memory of co-founder of Mount Carmel Sports Boosters H.D. White and his wife Helen. The starters for the Lawrenceville Indians will include the sophomore number 5, McKenna Hill. Also out there is number 20, the freshman Reagan Ivers. 23 is the freshman Elise Crawford. Also out there is number 40, the freshman Ava Cessna. And who am I missing down there? They got one more, I promise you that.
Number 12.
That's right, Adeline Sanders. Now let's go to Mount Carmel. The Lady Ace is wearing the road black uniforms today, so good luck to me on this one. It's going to be goofy on the scoreboard. Mount Carmel is the visiting team. The starters are the usual suspects for the Lady Aces. They include number 4, Riley Hershey. Also out there is number 10, sophomore Tinsley Dunlap. Number 31, junior Evie Sellers will start. Number 30, the senior Macy Randall starts, along with number 12, the senior Madeline Mann. So Mount Carmel in the road blacks here at home. Lawrenceville in the home whites. They will be the home team on the scoreboard.
And Kyle, I count 3 people on the bench for Lawrenceville player-wise, and it looks like they only brought 8 today, as they had a full 10 people on their roster, but only 8 of them showed up, so that should play in Mount Carmel's advantage as they rotate 8 players.
Hershey got the ball on the inlet pass, throws it down to the low block Randall. She'll pass it back to the foul line, and the shot is put up and in by Mount Carmel's. That was a quick strike for the Lady Aces, as knocking the shot down, number 10, Tinsley Dunlap. And now the Aces get a takeaway. It's out to Hershey, leading the charge. The layup is good, and Mount Carmel has a 4-0 lead just that quickly.
Young team with not much depth on the bench. Got to press early.
Lawrenceville dribbles around a trap this time, down the court, on the move. That is knocked out of bounds off the hands there of the Lady Aces, the freshman Elise Crawford. You look up and down the roster for Lawrenceville. They have 2 seniors make it. Well, they've got a handful of seniors, but then there's no juniors on this roster. 3 will come right side. It is good for the Indians. Knocking that shot down was number 20, Reagan Ivers. It's 3-2 Lawrenceville. 4-3 Mount Carmel, I should say. Now the Indians end up with a basketball. They'll head down court the other way. Pass is thrown into the middle of the court, intercepted by Mount Carmel, who looks up. They see Hershey at the basket at the other end. She lays it in. 6-3 Mount Carmel. Now Carmel extends that 2-2-1 backcourt pressure defense. Lawrenceville trying to solve it, dribbling right into a trap at the half-court line. That is where you don't want to be. Riley Hershey reaches in, ties it up, held ball. Arrow favors Lawrenceville.
Yeah, in that first trap, Evie Sellers was just a little too far off the sideline. She got closer to the sideline, used the half-court line as advantage, and she had two other lines there to help trap. Then Riley Hershey got there to force the jump ball.
Lawrenceville got a good look for a three a moment ago. We'll see what they do this possession. Out top on the right side, moving it is Sanders. He's used up the dribble in the corner. Another three's going to fly. This off the shot of Ivers, no good, but she gets her own rebound. And now the pass goes underneath the basket, up and in. The shot put up by the freshman Ava Cessna, and Lawrenceville is within one again, 6-5 Aces. In the corner, Aces were looking perhaps at a three, and now the ball comes back around. Out top, Sellers now gets a return feed from Hershey. Quick ball movement by the Aces. Man, over in the corner, it was Dunlap, and Hershey's called for a travel as she caught the pass and took off.
It looks like right now Lawrenceville's in a 1-2-2 defense right now, so a lot of skip passes. You got to get it to the high post and that short corner.
Again, Mount Carmel with that 2-2-1 backcourt pressure. Here comes the trap right near the timeline. Again, dangerous place to pick up the ball, and Coach Jeremy Brush will spend a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school, and today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked, and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here, and so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Back here at the Hilltop, 6-5 Mount Carmel leads, 5:40 to play in the opening quarter of play. This Lawrenceville team is 1-1 on the season coming in. They beat Flora on opening night by 7, 47-40, and then got drubbed by Carmi, 54-21 entering play here in this one today. Mount Carmel is 0-3 in search of their first win of the year, with losses to bigger schools in Castle and Marion, and then also to T-Town. Lawrenceville with the basketball, looking for their first lead. That ball deflected out of bounds by the Aces. It'll stay with Lawrenceville. The inbound pass by Lawrenceville deflected out by Tinsley Dunlap there. He's putting pressure again on the sidelines. The pass will come in to Sanders. Sanders hands it off in the corner. That is Hill. Now out top, it's Ivers. Passing over to the right side. Now on the corner, that's Cessna. Skips it across the court. Dangerous pass, corralled by Crawford. Three flies, and it's good from Adeline Sanders, and Matt McCarty immediately calls timeout as Lawrenceville takes an 8-6 lead. Timeout's brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball back in 30.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Quick timeout for Coach Matt McCarty right there.
Yeah, I just wasn't very happy with the way his defense was rotating and the way that they allowed a wide open three.
Pass goes inside to Randall. Triple team, getting help, cutting down inside, and knocking down the shot was Madeline Mann. It's tied at 8. Again, Mount Carmel presses. Dangerous pass caught there by Crawford. She's double teamed back near the timeline in all kinds of trouble. And Riley Hershey takes the ball away. And she traveled. It's because she picked up the ball. Again, we've seen it a few times this year. If there's one thing that I think Mount Carmel's got to do is slow down just a little bit when they start to go out to run. That time, Hershey started to go, and really, if she would have hesitated just a little bit, wouldn't have lost that possession.
And Mount Carmel's done so well in the set offense this year that you can take a second to back out and get your guys set, because the 1-2-2 is so easy to beat when you have a great big like Macy Randall.
Tied at 8, 4:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Ball comes inbounds, and a foul, a first of the game, called against the Aces. The hand check foul is going to go against
Madeline Mann.
Thank you. Madeline Mann got the call, number 12, and the Aces are going to go to the bench, and Olivia Peach is going to check in for the first time. She will come in for Mann. And Lawrenceville will trigger from the baseline underneath their own basket. Tied at 8, 4:26 to go in the first quarter. Trouble, and that's a 5 count, as Sanders did not deliver the pass in time. And instead, they're going to grant Lawrenceville a timeout before the 5 count. Timeout brought to you by Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan. These teams are going to run out of timeouts by the time this one is done. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball back in 30.
One of the things we want all of our customers to make sure of is that if you do install a generator, make sure that you have a properly functioning transfer switch. And a transfer switch will make sure that the generator is disconnected from utility service, and that protects your equipment and also protects all of our crews working on the line. If a generator is not hooked up correctly, it can send power back through that transformer, and then it can be high voltage in a dangerous situation.
I don't think I've ever had to check timeouts in the first quarter, but Lawrenceville with 3 remaining for the game, and now whistles. And again, they gave Mount Carmel the basketball on the inbounds pass, and Lawrenceville was credited with that late timeout. So now they'll regroup, and it'll be Lawrenceville basketball under the basket. And now the officials are going to talk this one over again. That's the right call. The official that's on the trail end of the play, as one official along the baseline called the 5-second count, the official out top waved him off and said, no, they've got a timeout. And so it should be Lawrenceville basketball the way that it was officiated. I'm not sure that the timeout came in time, but it was granted, and that's why it should be Lawrenceville basketball.
It was one of those that was going to be very close no matter how you call it, and I think just because the official thinks that he got the timeout off, it's usually going to go to the coach.
You always have to think, it takes a little bit for the official to hear a timeout, blow a whistle, and grant the timeout. That's why it was different. Lawrenceville missed the shot on the inbounds anyway. Mount Carmel has the basketball. Hershey rushes the shot from the foul line, but hits. She is on target today. 6 points to lead the Aces, 6 of the 10, and Mount Carmel leads by 2. Lawrenceville back to work. It's Sanders trying to avoid the trap out top. Throws a pass all the way down to the left corner. That's caught by Ivers, who brings it back out top side. Halfway through quarter number 1, it's 10-8 Mount Carmel. Here's Cessna. And now down is Hill in the paint, kicks it back out. Driving toward the basket is Sanders, doesn't get a shot off. And now it's Crawford back out top for Lawrenceville. Now Cessna again. Ivers kicks it to the right side. Mount Carmel's defense forcing some passing from Lawrenceville, not able to get shots off. Here's Ivers. Skip pass knocked out of bounds by Dunlap. Lawrenceville keeps possession.
And that possession right there was some of the best defense Mount Carmel's played all year. They forced a lot of passes off of open 3 looks by closing out hard and then filling the passing lanes. I think this is going to be a great defense the rest of the year for Mount Carmel if they can stick with this man-to-man.
Zoe Randall checks in during the break for the Aces. Here comes another trap. Dunlap ends up with a steal. Mount Carmel in transition. Dunlap all the way down, fouled before the shot. It'll be Mount Carmel basketball on the baseline.
That looks like Lawrenceville's first foul as that one goes on Ava Cessna. It's her first 2, Kyle.
1 foul each way here in quarter number 1. 3:08 left in the first. Bounce pass on the inlet. Right to Macy Randall for the lay-in. That's easy, and it's 12-8 Aces.
Draw one of those bottom defenders out. Make the other one have to come across the court to guard her, and they're not going to get there in time on Macy Randall.
Randall's first basket of the game makes it 12-8 Mount Carmel. That pass is too high, but it somehow works out for Lawrenceville. And then into a double team goes Crawford on the dribble, and she lost it out of bounds. Deflected out by the Aces, though. It'll stay with Lawrenceville. The pass was way over the intended target, but it was backed up pretty well by Crawford, who caught the pass to keep the possession alive for the Indians. Ball comes inbounds. This is Crawford again in the corner. Crawford has used up the dribble, needs help. Looking, coming to get it is Sanders. She'll fire a shot up, air ball, rebound, backside Cessna. It's blocked by Randall, who deflects it out of bounds. It'll stay again with Lawrenceville.
That's her second backside rebound, and if you're Mount Carmel, you have to box out on the backside. You have to drop somebody to help rebound on the backside, because when you have 2 offensive rebounds against a team that you should be beating, that's why it's a 4-point game.
Indians trying to dribble between 2. Picking up, falling down there was Crawford. Now lost the ball, or is there a foul? It's going to be a foul on the Aces. It looks like it's going to go against Dunlap, trying to knock that one loose. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. It's 12-8 Mount Carmel. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Ball comes inbounds. Lawrenceville has had the ball at this end of the floor for a long time, it seems. And now the Aces heard that, and they'll just take it away, and they're going to call Dunlap for a travel. She got the ball, kneeling down, and stood up with it. You can't do that. And it'll be back to Lawrenceville again. Mount Carmel's getting deflections. They're getting touches. They're just not getting the ball.
And she thought about it, too. She tried to dribble as she was staying back up, but like you said, Mount Carmel is just turning the ball over a lot.
And now a warning on Mount Carmel for guarding over the inbounds line on the inbounds play. We've seen a little bit of everything in this first quarter. Here is Sanders out top. She's going to dribble into and take a 3, miss everything. Rebound tipped, and it will be picked up by Hershey in the corner. Dribbles between 3. Kicks the pass ahead. Peach bobbles the reception, but able to get it back to Hershey. She's along the baseline. Riley Hershey on the dribble. Looks inside Randall. Low block. Goes to work. Fights their way through 3. Is fouled. And we'll see if they're going to give her free throws or not. No, it's on the baseline.
And Macy Randall, the one complaint I ever have is she keeps the ball at her waist too much. She is so much taller. She just keeps it up.
Bring it high.
She's going to take it away from the trash.
Foul was on Sanders. Now a corner 3, ref side from Peach is no good. But the Aces, Randall gets the rebound. Now it's Hershey who drills the 3. She's got 9, and the Aces have opened up a 7-point lead.
Hershey has also not missed yet today in this game.
Kind of struggled offensively against Teotopoulos, but has been on target today. Now the other end, quick strike opportunity for Lawrenceville and Ivers. It's no good. Randall the rebound. Now Hershey down court quickly. The other little issue I think Mount Carmel's got to work out is at times they want to go quick, and we've talked about that. But when you go quick, Macy Randall has no opportunity to get back down court. She's there now, catches the pass from Hershey and lays it in. So if you go too quick that your biggest player on the court can't get down there, what good does that do you unless you've got an easy lay-in or something like that?
And that's where Tinsley Dunlap comes into play. She stands at, I think, right around 5'10", maybe even 5'11", which for girls basketball is still very tall. So she's going to be able to do some of that rim running when they're in that fast break opportunity. And then you have Macy Randall trailing, and then she can get to the block.
That ball is nearly taken away by Peach. Almost got the steal. Instead, Sanders got it back. And now it's Hill. Or I checked that. That was Hughes, Molly Hughes, who had checked into the game. Now in the corner, wanting to shoot was Sanders, but didn't catch it cleanly. Quick ball movement by the Indians. It's now to Hughes. Out top, Ivers. Less than a minute to go here in the opening quarter. 17-8 Mount Carmel. 30 seconds to go. Dribbling it off her foot, Cessna, but she's back to get it. Here comes a three from Ivers. It's off the rim and no good. It'll carry him out of bounds, and Mount Carmel has it with 21 seconds to work with.
She's made one of the 2 threes that Lawrenceville's made so far today. You've got to step out just a hair bit on her. Even if you want to sag off as Macy Randall because you don't want to get beat to the basket, you're going to have help. You have to step up.
Final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Hershey with slow walk brings it across the timeline with 12. Hershey now will kick. That's Dunlap, and she stutter-stepped and traveled. Lawrenceville gets it for 9.7 seconds.
Yeah, and that's one of those you just got to slow down. She was thinking of what she was going to do before she did it, so she got her head going before she could get her body going.
Sanders will trigger from side court in front of the Lawrenceville bench. Dribbles right into a trap. Lost the ball. Indians pick it up. Now it's loose again. 4 seconds. Over now to Hughes, who passes away to Sanders. The shot is up. It's in. It counts ahead of the horn. After one, it's Mount Carmel 17, Lawrenceville 10. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Lady Aces basketball.
My name is Alexis Johnson. I'm from Brookston, Indiana, and I'm in the physical therapy assistant program at Wabash Valley College. Some of the hands-on activities we have in the physical therapy assistant program is we work on each other, getting that practice in the school setting, and then we also go to clinicals. We go out and work on actual patients with actual employees and just getting hands-on with your patients. After graduating, I plan on going back to my community, working in a hospital setting, maybe a nursing home, and just helping those people around me.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
We go to quarter number 2 here at the Hilltop. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. It's 17-10 Mount Carmel. The Lady Aces will have the ball to begin the second quarter of play.
Yeah, and the Aces have done, honestly, in my opinion, a great job offensively. They have 17 in the first quarter. They've done a solid job offensively, but they've just given up too many open looks, as Adeline Sanders has 5, and one was just a wide open 3.
Mount Carmel with the basketball. Peach distributes to Hershey, who lobs it to Randall, who catches and lays it in. Randall now with 6, and Mount Carmel's lead is 9.
1-2-2, put somebody on the opposite block. It draws both defenders over and throw it back door to her. Carmi a couple years ago, they do that with Mitchell Edwards, but that would be a little bit different from where he was going up to catch a dunk.
Here is a shot put up by Lawrenceville. No good. Rebound by the Aces. Hershey tiptoes along the sidelines to keep it alive, and the Indians end up with it on a takeaway. Now another shot fired by Lawrenceville. No good. Randall secures the rebound after the Hill miss.
Good job by Randall. She won the outlet, slowed it down, and just found somebody to get the ball to bring it up slowly.
You can talk about that lob play being in Carmi, but I was here in 1997. We called it Hollywood, and it was to Craig Snow. I think that was where it started. No, I'm not, probably not, but one of the first times I saw it in person. Missed shot by the Aces. It's rebounded by Randall, who goes up and scores.
And Kyle, that play honestly doesn't work without somebody that can throw the pass and somebody that can go get it.
It's a two-pronged approach. Back in 97, it sounds like ancient history, I know, but it was the magician, they called him, Ryan Haywood, who threw the pass to Craig Snow, who dunked the ball home. His jersey hangs on the wall here at the Hilltop. I think there are 2 basketball jerseys retired, Snow's and, of course, Tyra Buss. That ball is shot well over the backboard by Lawrenceville. It'll be Mount Carmel basketball on the miss there by Phipps rather.
Mount Carmel going a little bit smaller here as they take Randall out, and they've got, really, in my opinion, a 5-guard look. And against the 1-2-2, this is where they're going to try to spread them out and hopefully get them out of it later on.
So on the court for the Aces, Hershey's out there, Mann is out there, Sellers is out there. Also out there is Knapp and Zoe Randall. Working against a Lawrenceville zone. Looks like 1-2-2 to me. Here's a skip out to Hershey right side. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now Will from the top. It is no good. Rebound on the floor. Held ball coming. Arrow favors Lawrenceville.
Kyle, I know it's crazy that she's already taken 4 shots, but that was her first miss of the game so far.
It came from long range. Hershey's got 9 of the Aces' 21. Randall has 6, I believe.
And then Dunlap and Mann have 2 apiece. Actually, Randall has 8.
I brought a laptop to try to keep stats with today, and I haven't done that in basketball. I've done it in football a ton, and I shut the laptop door 30 seconds into the game, and it's not going to open back up, so Max has got the book for us today. 5:25 to go in the first half. 21-10 Mount Carmel, finding a lane to the basket, but missing the lay-in was Lawrenceville's Elise Crawford. Mount Carmel has the ball. Here's Hershey the other way, skips it out. Evie Knapp for 3. That may have been deflected. Lawrenceville ends up with it, but Hershey ties it up and earns possession with a held ball.
And that's a situation where I personally don't like going for the jump ball, but she got it, so it's going to be one that, as a coach, like, that's fine, but don't do it again.
Risk versus reward, foul or held ball. Here's a 3 from the right corner. Off the back iron, no good from Evie Sellers. Lawrenceville the rebound. They'll push the tempo ahead. Hill distributes back now to Sanders. Crosses the baseline with a pass to Cessna. All the way back out top. Now to Ivers. Ivers now to Hill. Sends it across the court. Crawford there. And now right side to Cessna. Coach Jeremy Brush signals in a play call. Cessna needs help. Hands it off to Sanders. Sanders kicks out top. Now this is Ivers. Now Hill again. Now Sanders launches 3, no good. Good block out, but somebody's got to go get the ball, and they do. It's Sellers tracking it down for the Aces. Flips to Hershey on the drive. Had her shot deflected right at the last moment. Missed it, and Lawrenceville rebounds.
Kyle, I'm just going to say left hand. That's my only opinion. You Euro step across. I know she was on the wrong foot, but still just try to get that up with your left or put up with 2.
3 comes for Lawrenceville. That's no good. Rebound, put back, and a foul. As Ivers missed the shot, the rebound fell into McKenna Hill's hands. She got the board and will head to the free throw line for 2. First foul of the second quarter. It has been I shouldn't say it, pretty clean ball game to this point. That is the second foul, though, on Zoe Randall. Free throw, no good.
Those are actually the first this is the first free throws shot today. All the other fouls have been on the ground.
We are setting ourselves up for a long second half, just so you know, when we talk about no fouls and no free throws. Second free throw also no good. Missed them both. Dunlap the rebound for the Aces. Skips it into the corner and now gets a return feed. Cross now to Sellers. Back out top to Mann. And now Matt McCarty calls a play as Stella Woodcock is out there. Caught that pass. Now Dunlap. Right side, Knapp, Woodcock. Looking inside, there's Mann. Gives it to Dunlap, who goes backside, missed the shot. Lawrenceville the rebound. Down the court, pulling the trigger. Ill-advised there was Hill. Now Carmel ends up with it. We'll call it a rebound. And now the Aces back to work on offense. This is Knapp on the left side. Out top, it's Mann. Right side, Woodcock. Now down to Sellers. Underneath, that shot put up, deflected. Missed by man, out of bounds to the Aces. 2:58 left in the half.
And I want one time on a skip that Dunlap's been sitting in the short corner for her to flash up to the high post, and I think that she's going to get a wide open mid-range, which from past memory, she likes that 15-footer a lot.
Inbounds pass comes, and here is Dunlap. How about some range? On cue, just above the foul line. Dunlap's got 4. The Aces have a 13-point lead. 2:43 to play here in the first half. Lawrenceville with it. Hill out top, guarded by Dunlap. Throws the pass ahead to Cessna, who hits the layup well. That was a well-executed play on what looked to be a dead ball type situation. Lawrenceville's first points in a while. Cessna's got 4. It's 23-12 now. Mount Carmel with it. Woodcock will distribute on the right side. Cross-court pass goes all the way to Sellers. Open 3, misses off the back of the iron. And a foul trying to get to the rebound. They're on Sellers. A little too aggressive that time. It'll be her first. Second team foul on Mount Carmel in the second period. 2:05 left in the frame.
And I would like to say Mount Carmel doesn't have either Hershey or Randall on the floor, so this is a situation where you've got to figure out how you're going to score if both of them are in foul trouble.
In the corner, 3 flies. It's no good. Rebound, Dunlap. Heads up, tries to throw it off the body of the defender, but it didn't go out of bounds after the deflection. So picking it up was Hill, and she threw it right to her teammate. Crawford under the basket for 2. Lawrenceville's within 9. Now Sellers out top. These two will meet again in just a couple of weeks in conference play. Back here at the Hilltop. It'll be on December the 8th, a Monday night. Skip pass for the Aces. That's now to man. And now Knapp will look it over to Sellers. Mount Carmel, of course, with no Hershey on the floor and no Randall on the floor right now. 2 games today, so trying to save some legs with a lead. Cross-court pass, taking the shot, Sellers for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, held ball, arrow, Lawrenceville.
And right there, that's another one where I'm talking about where Tinsley Dunlap is just running from short corner to short corner. I think if on a skip, she flashes up hard one time, like I said, she's going to get that 15-footer where she scored her last of her 4 points.
Edwards County and Coach Jonathan Hinton have arrived. Mount Carmel fans will know the name Haley Kennard, who is on the staff at Edwards County, a great player in the history of Mount Carmel girls basketball. Inside a minute left here in the quarter. There's Dunlap intercepting a pass. She's got a wide open look at a layup at the other end, and she'll deliver.
Just like a safety sitting back in coverage, Kyle, and jumping the crosser. Beautiful job by Tinsley Dunlap.
Fairfield is here as well. Their longtime coach, Tanya Conrad. Oh, my, Lawrenceville has a player wide open under the basket. Mount Carmel closed the gap pretty quickly, though, as Loader was down there. And then the Aces commit the foul. 19.2 on the clock. Second foul on Sellers. Third on the Aces in the quarter. And free throws for the Engines. It'll be Crawford at the line. Free throw in and out. No good.
Lawrenceville now 0 for 3 on free throw attempts today as Olivia Peach checks in for Evie Sellers.
.2 seconds on the clock. Free throw good. Lawrenceville's made it a 10-point game again, 25-15. I think I may have had it all backwards earlier and said it was a 9-point game. It was 11. Now it's 10. 10 seconds from the foul line. Riley Hershey hits the shot. She's in double figures now with 11. Lawrenceville's not going to get a shot off. That will end the half. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. Mount Carmel 27, Lawrenceville 15. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Lady Aces basketball. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Tony. I graduated Wabash Valley College in Mount Carmel, and it was the best decision ever. It gave me the opportunity to go on the air almost immediately. Within about a week of starting the broadcasting program at Wabash Valley College, I was a DJ on 89.1 WVJC, and that on-air experience was invaluable to my future career and hiring potential.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Prices are falling at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $9,400 off a new Jeep Wrangler or a Ram 1500 with 0% financing and no pay for 90 days. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a Pacifica with $6,200 off MSRP or lease a Durango for $474 a month. See them for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Halftime here at the Hilltop. It's the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime show presented by Keep Us Funeral Home, 1500 North Cherry Street in Mount Carmel. The Lady Aces have a 27-15 lead here at the break over Lawrenceville. Again, this Thanksgiving tournament continues today and tomorrow. You heard Matt McCarty say Robinson announced that they would eliminate their girls basketball tournament. So Mount Carmel stepped up, said we'll host a tournament. And the four teams they have, of course, the Aces and the Indians, adding Fairfield and Edwards County to the fold. So here's the schedule for the rest of the day here. Fairfield and Edwards County will play at 11:30. Lawrenceville and Edwards County then play at 1. Congrats to Edwards County. You got to go back-to-back, which is interesting. And then Mount Carmel plays Fairfield to close out day 1 at 2:30. Then tomorrow at 11 a.m., Lawrenceville and Fairfield will play, followed by Edwards County and Mount Carmel at 1 p.m. to close out the tournament. I do want to thank, before Max takes you through the scoring here, the Lady Aces want to thank all of the sponsors who've helped make this first-year tournament happen. I'm going to go through that list. It's lengthy, so hang on to your hats here. Wabash General Hospital, First National Bank of Allendale and Mount Carmel, Sharp & Williams, the Mark and Susan Zimmerman family, Stevens Farms, JR's Auto Repair, Mount Carmel Public Utility, Harris Insurance, Corporate America Family Credit Union, Taco Tierra, in memory of Dorcas Smith, Jim and Evelyn Herring, and Herman and Macy Guyett. The Hope Center, Holiday Travel, Herman Ag Services, 250. I think that maybe, I hope that, maybe I don't say the 250. I don't know. It's on the sheet. Herman Ag Services, Hawkey Family Farms, Nathan and Amy Woodcock and Family, WSJD, Billy and Jody of Country Financial, Oakview Nursing and Rehab, Mount Carmel Stabilization, State Farm Agent Dan Schoner, Gottman's Custom Jewelry, Noah Thompson, Financial Advisor, First Mid Bank, the Dunlap family, Mike and Brenda Landman and Kelly McCarty, and a friend of Lady Aces basketball helping to make this tournament possible. A lot of sponsors. How about some stats?
Yeah, we'll work through scoring. We'll start it out with the two players with 3 on Lawrenceville's squad, Reagan Ivers and Elise Crawford. Elise got it through a 2 and 1 made free throw. Reagan Ivers made a 3 back in the first quarter. Then with 4 is Ava Cessna. She's got all 4 of those on backside rebounds. And Adeline Sanders leads all the Indians in scoring. She's got 5, all those in the first quarter. Then for the Aces, Madeline Mann has 2. She scored her only basket back in the first quarter. Then with 6 is Tinsley Dunlap. Then with 8, one-headed the two-headed monster, Macy Randall she has 8. Then Riley Hershey leads all scorers with 11. She had looks like 9 of those, all in that first quarter, had 2 in the second, but I think she didn't play her or Macy Randall for about 5 minutes of that second quarter, and when they were in, Macy Randall did a lot of the scoring, and I think that's sort of why it's still a 12-point game.
Lady Aces did spend some time without those that two-headed monster, as you called them, on the court. So trying to find times to take minutes of rest, especially with 2 games in 1 day here today and 3 games over 2 days, if you count the game tomorrow afternoon as well. We're going to take another 2-minute break. When we come back, more of the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report here from the Hilltop at the Mount Carmel High School Lady Aces Thanksgiving Tournament.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Sights and sounds of the holidays fill the air of the Brubeck Arts Center Theater as the Wabash Valley Arts Council presents 2 special shows December 6th and 7th. On Saturday, December 6th, the WBC Strings and Choir perform songs of the season at 1:30 p.m. Then on Sunday, December 7th at 2 p.m., witness the enchanted scenes of the Nutcracker Ballet performed by the Children's Center for Dance based in Evansville. Ticket information available at 618-263-5164 or scan the QR codes on your screen.
The holidays, all about togetherness. Which is why Subway is bringing all your holiday favorites together in one bite. Seasoned stuffing and sweet cranberry sauce, oven-roasted turkey, rotisserie-style chicken, and the Terhamkin. Introducing Subway's festive flavors. It's togetherness in a sandwich. Hurry to Subway, because unlike your guests, these subs won't stay too long. Festive flavors for a limited time only. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
Wrapping up the Keepus Funeral Home halftime report, Mount Carmel is back out. They are getting ready to get some shots up before the start of the second half. Lawrenceville also emerging from the locker room. We've told you the schedule here. We want to also give you the schedule of the boys Mount Carmel team up at the Capital Classic. We are calling these games here today. We are not at the Capital Classic. First time in a while that we've not been there, but first time ever. Mount Carmel's hosted a girls tournament, so we're electing to be here. Mount Carmel will play Teotopolis at 12:30. That is probably the biggest test you could ask for in the early season for Kyle Buss and his team in his first year as the head coach. Then that's at 12:30 today, and then at Bridgeport at Red Hill High School is where that's at, and then at 7:30 tonight, Red Hill will take on Mount Carmel. So the Aces get to go through T-Town and then the host Red Hill Salukis in their two games today up at the Capital Classic. They will finish pool play tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. against the Fairfield Mules, and then depending upon where they'll be, they'll shift to Lawrenceville for either the 7th, 5th, 3rd, or 1st place games. That action starts at 3 o'clock. Could go all the way to 7:30 depending upon how things go. On the other side at the Lawrenceville site, the teams are Salem, Vincennes, Lincoln, Lawrenceville, and Olney.
And Mount Carmel, honestly, in my opinion, has a very winnable pool. T-Town's going to be their toughest test, but Fairfield is kind of a weird team in the Black Diamond this year. Nobody knows quite how good they're going to be, and Red Hill's the smallest school in the tournament, so you've got to like their pool, and they're hoping to at least get a 3rd place.
You know, it's interesting. and you look across the gym, and you were telling me that there's a superstar basketball player now on staff for Fairfield under Coach Tanya Conrad.
Yeah, I was a little kid going to a lot of games, and his name's Jazell O'Neal, and he was really good. I think he played at Wayne City before his senior year, went to Fairfield, and that team was very tough. I think they were in the EHT championship. I think they went to a super sectional down to Vandalia, actually lost to T-Town, and then I think they actually won the Carmel Invitational Tournament, and he was on a really good team with just a lot of good players, and he was the leading scorer on that team, a great defender, and handled the ball a lot for him.
Love to see kids, I'm old so I can say kids, like him come back and get involved with the coaching aspect of things. You as a former player coming back and getting involved in the broadcast kind of thing, it's always good to see local kids who played sports come back and participate in their communities. That pass as we get underway from Hershey inside to Randall wasn't high enough, and Hershey comes back, blocks the shot. Maybe Dunlap blocked it as well, and now Mount Carmel has it the other way. Dunlap leading the charge, but she lost the handle on it. Lawrenceville takes it away, then Randall steals the ball away, and she is fouled. That's how this half starts.
Yeah, just a lot of turnovers right there. Mount Carmel had two girls right there on the block. It just made it easy for them to match up in the 1-2-2 zone. Need to flash somebody or get somebody in the corner to make that pass easier to Macy Randall.
Hershey gets the ball inbounds to Dunlap. The skip comes well out top and now handed off to Hershey after the pass was caught by Mann. Now Mann will get it, stands in the center circle. Left side feed to Hershey. Hershey step back from the foul line. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now the pass goes inside to Randall. Goes backside for the lay-in. That was a pretty play.
And that's the big advantage of just being as long as Macy Randall is. She was able to keep her pivot foot and get all the way to the other side of the rim.
Randall now in double figures with 10. Lawrenceville's lead Mount Carmel leads Lawrenceville by 14. A minute gone here in the third quarter. Out top, Cessna takes off. Hershey picks the pocket. She's leading the charge the other way. Hershey to the rack, missed the lay-in. Rebound for Lawrenceville. Now they're running down the court. And stopped out top. There was Hill, and now that ball ends up off a deflection into Randall's hands. And now it's Hershey. Stop and pop underneath the arc line. Good. That is probably the prettiest play in Hershey's arsenal, the ability to stop on a dime, fire, and connect.
Yeah, if she's inside the three-point line, I'm usually pretty confident that she's going to hit that mid-range jump shot.
31-15, the Aces push the lead out to 16. A little pressure in the backcourt. Sanders threw it out of bounds. It was deflected, though, by the Aces. Lawrenceville keeps possession.
Yeah, and Lawrenceville is just having a hard time in the second half finding any sort of offenses. The Aces, I feel like, have ramped up that pressure.
Looking to inbound it, and that pass goes through the hands of Sanders out of bounds, so it'll belong to Mount Carmel.
And there, if you have that pressure, you finally get an open look. You can't just throw the ball away as it goes straight through Sanders' hands.
Here is Hershey. Stop, pop there. Good. Oh, my goodness. Off the dribble. Hershey, the extended foul line jumper, good. 33-15. Hershey's got a team-high 15. Now Hill throws it ahead, and the pass is intercepted by the Aces as Sellers steps in front. And now it's Hershey. Almost traveled, and she got caught for it. She moved the pivot feet. Yep, you did. Riley doesn't think she did, but she did. Took a little bit of an extra step there delivering that pass.
It's just dragging that back foot. It really is all that happened there.
You know, it doesn't help when you're Riley Hershey and you wear the most multicolored shoes you could possibly find. She's leading the charge again after a Mount Carmel takeaway and will hit the layup. I mean, those things are blue and pink and yellow. Wear some inconspicuous shoes, youngster, and you may not get called for that travel. I'm just kidding. Timeout Lawrenceville. It's brought to you by Country Financial Agent T. Morgan from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Lady Aces basketball. Back in 30.
It's Christmas Uptown in Mount Carmel, Illinois on Friday, December 5th from 4 to 9 p.m. See Comet, a real live reindeer. Enjoy carriage, train, and Rudolph rides, or take the City Lights trolley tour. Visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus. All attractions are free. A dozen food trucks and over 30 vendors on the street. Visit us on Facebook or download the Christmas Uptown app at christmasuptown.com.
Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. 35-15. Mount Carmel's lead is 20. 5:21 to go third quarter. If I'm right, if this gets to a 30-point spread, don't we run continuous clock?
I'm pretty sure that it's once it gets to 30 in the second half. I could be wrong.
It might be fourth quarter. I forget those rules. It's been a bit. We have to get there first. We're only 2/3 of the way there at this point. Lawrenceville has it. There's going to be an open look. Oh, Cessna missed the shot. Randall gets the rebound. Now Carmel on the run. Hershey on the charge. A little floater goes off the side of the backboard. No good. Lawrenceville the other way. Hill on the move. Guarded by Sellers. Stopped there. Kicks out. 3 flies. Off the back of the iron. No good. Randall gets the rebound. And here come the Aces back the other way. Sellers catches the pass, distributes to Hershey, dives between 2 and hits the layup. She's got 19.
The Aces have ramped up the pressure. They're actually playing fast and not turning the ball over as much. Still not perfect, but it's looking better.
And I think Lawrenceville's trying to match Mount Carmel's speed, which they just cannot do. And now there's a turnover by the Indians. Picked up by Hershey. She's fouled as she puts up the shot. And Riley Hershey will go to the free throw line.
She probably got away with a double dribble there, but I'm not going to say anything, as she's going to get a look for 2, and those are going to be the Aces' first 2 free throws of the game.
You know, I talked about shoes. We got to talk shoe game here a little bit. Everybody on the court for Mount Carmel has got some wicked colored shoes out there. Macy Randall's are bright blue. Edie Sellers might get the shoes of the game. She checks out. Well, I don't know. Correction now, Olivia Peach. Well, I tell you what, Mount Carmel just has mean shoe game. That's all there is to it. If you can imagine the brightest shoes when you walk into the shoe store, somebody on the Mount Carmel roster has those shoes on right now. Hershey hits both free throws. She's at 21 points, and it's a 39-15 Mount Carmel lead. Here's Cessna down court, stop, pop, shot, in and out, no good. The miss there from Sanders. Now Hershey the other way, stops. Randall just getting back into the action here. She sets up shop in the low block. Maybe they're looking for her this time. They do. Now a skip pass into the paint. The shot put up there, no good. And then jumping back in, trying to get possession. After the missed shot was Maddie Mann. She'll get called for the foul, and we'll head the other way.
And right now the Aces, when they're in this 2-2-1, if they're going to throw it deep, Randall's going to have to help to that side. One of the second row of 2 has to drop to take away that backside.
Has Lawrenceville scored in this third quarter?
I didn't want to say anything, but they haven't.
They have not. They may have a chance here. Oh, well, maybe not. That pass, Hill threw it basically right to Macy Randall. Now the Aces the other way. Olivia Peach misses the 3 from the corner. Cessna the rebound for Lawrenceville. She's on the move, and she's going to get bumped by Randall on the way to the basket.
That's probably a close one, and I can see why the foul was called, but personally, she's just going to run right into her, and she bumps into her. It shouldn't call it based off size.
That's her first foul of the game. Second on the Aces in the quarter. Now, kick out pass in the corner. Shooting from there and hitting for 2 is Elise Crawford, and Lawrenceville finally on the board in the third quarter. 39-17, Aces by 22. The math is getting difficult. Hershey uses a screen out top, kicks it across. Now looking inside Randall, up through contact and scores. She's got 12. The Aces with 2 in double figures. 2:48 to go in the third. 41-17 Aces. Hill trapped, in trouble. Randall knocked it away, out of bounds. It'll belong to Lawrenceville. The Aces will make some changes. Randall to the bench. And who also checked out? A man checks out. Lawrenceville with it, 2:38 to go, third period. On the move, putting up the shot, missing everything there was Crawford. The Aces' Olivia Peach ends up with it, flips it now to Hershey. Hershey stops on the right wing. Dribbles into the three-point shot, missed it, rebound. Oh my, how did Mount Carmel come away with that? The Aces got the board from Zoe Randall amongst 3 white jerseys in there. So a second chance opportunity for Mount Carmel. 2:04 left in the third. Olivia Peach right side. Oh, that ball goes off the hands of Stella Woodcock, out of bounds. She was looking to do something before she caught the pass cleanly.
I'm just trying to figure out if that was a 2-3 or if it was a 1-2-2 and they just really dropped down that top defender and they're rotating her back up when they swing the ball around the court.
1:50 to go here in quarter number 3. Mount Carmel plays again at 2:30 this afternoon. Here's Cessna inside, got past the defender and hit the lay-in. 41-19, Mount Carmel's lead. Cessna now with 6 points.
And you can't fall asleep when the ball's passed the other way. Got to stay ready and defend your player no matter who has the ball.
Aces with it. Out top, it's Woodcock. Skip pass right side, now over to Hershey. Now back to Peach. Now back to Knapp. Here's Woodcock on the wing. Back to Hershey right side, working against that zone. I'm like you. Is it 1-2-2 or 3-2? I think it's 1-2-2. Inside Hershey, it goes off her hands. She's fighting for it. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Carmel as Lawrenceville touched it last. Hustle out of Hershey there to save possession.
Yeah, it's a 1-2-2, and when they see somebody flash to the middle, they're dropping the high defender of the 1-2-2 down to guard her. So now it becomes 2-3 or 3-2, and
Hershey misses the shot there and a little loose on the dribble, but successfully surviving the pressure is Hill. Now Sanders takes off. Here's the baseline shot that rattles home for the Indians, Elise Crawford. It's a 20-point game, 41-24. The Lady Aces led by as many as 24. 36 seconds and counting left, third quarter. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments.
Right now the Aces have to look for that last shot. Don't give them another opportunity and stay up 20 heading into the fourth.
Olivia Peach bombs away for 3, missed it too long. Lawrenceville had it, lost it, and that could have been a held ball. Cessna ends with possession, gets fouled, count it, and the free throw, and you couldn't have asked for a worse ending to the third quarter, but there's still 12 seconds left for the Aces. Shoot maybe too early. Don't get the rebound. Get the foul and the basket for McKenna Hill. It becomes an 18-point game. Zoe Randall cannot avoid fouls. That's her third. She'll check out to the bench. Seston will be at the line for the and one free throw. It is no good. Rebound Aces. Dunlap now to Hershey. 10 seconds. Hershey on the drive. The kick. Dunlap open 3. Missed it. Rebound there is Randall fouled with 3.1 on the clock.
Kyle, I think that was a pass. It went right into Randall's hands, so we'll give her a pass.
I think it was too. That's the third foul on Ava Cessna for Lawrenceville. Their third team foul of the third quarter. And the free throw for Randall is good. She's now at 13 points. Loader checks in for Lawrenceville. Randall to try to make it a 20-point game again. This free throw short. Rebound off the foot of Lawrenceville. It'll stay with Mount Carmel. I thought we're talking about a not so good end to the quarter for the Aces. But they got a point off a free throw, and now 2.4 seconds to work with. Throw it up. Randall catches, misses, gets it back, missed again, and that's the quarter. Mount Carmel 42, Lawrenceville 23, end of 3. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Lady Aces basketball.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a new Ford F-150 up to $6,500 off MSRP. Or a Bronco for $499 for 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending, with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
We go to the fourth quarter here at the Hilltop, the first ever Mount Carmel Lady Aces Thanksgiving Tournament. Mount Carmel leading Lawrenceville 42-23. As a reminder, Lady Aces will take the next game off, as that will feature Fairfield and Edwards County, scheduled for an 11:30 start. We're about on time. Lawrenceville and Edwards County will then play at 1, and Mount Carmel comes back to play the Mules of Fairfield at 2:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, and it's a really good slate of games. Fairfield and Edwards County, both Black Diamond opponents, both very solid girls teams from the Black Diamond, and Fairfield, I think, will match up really well with Mount Carmel this afternoon.
Lawrenceville with the basketball, trying to cut into that 19-point deficit. This is Hill on the right side, working on Sellers. And now back out top, it's in the hands of Sanders. Sanders around a screen, takes the jump shot from there, no good. Randall the rebound, outlet pass to Hershey. Running quickly, 1-on-2, pull-up jumper, missed that one. And Fairfield the rebound. Down the court, it's Hill. Stops on the right side. Gets the ball out into the hands of Molly Hughes. Hughes brings it out top. And now it's in the hands of Sanders. Sanders looking for the cutter. Randall intercepts, deflects, and steals, and then she puts it to the floor. Has it taken from her, and Lawrenceville ends up with it in the backcourt. Here's Ivers. Now Loader kicks it out top. Driving baseline through the defense. Gets the pass out to Ivers for 3. It's no good. Sellers the rebound for the Aces.
Hershey wanted to throw a long one there to Macy Randall, but thank goodness she looked that one off.
Dribbling into the 2-point shot. That one is no good from Hershey, and the rebound caroms out of bounds to Lawrenceville.
There I'm pretty sure, dropped back into a 2-3 this time. It looked weird, but once again, I just feel like they're dropping that top defender when there's somebody in the high post, so it's giving Mount Carmel a little bit of a new look.
Olivia Peach enters the game for the Lady Aces. Also looks like Zoe Randall set to check back in. Here dribbling into the jump stop is Sanders. The pass nearly taken away by Dunlap, and now it finds its way back out front for the Indians. This is Hughes in the corner. Now Hill. Well, Carmel really trying to jump the passing lanes. Here's Sanders out top, double teamed. Now forces up the shot, missed it. Rebound, same team. Aces have it. And Mount Carmel goes back to offense. It was Maddie Mann who got the rebound. Here's Hershey. Out top Dunlap. Left side Peach. Baseline to Hershey on the wing. Bounces it down to the baseline. That one's for Dunlap. The shot's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Indians off of Mann's hands. Zoe Randall checks in. Maddie Mann checks out with 5:36 to go in the fourth.
And Kyle, they did switch into a 2-3 where they're trying to take away that short corner looks and be able to take away the high post and try to just limit some of those post touches that Mount Carmel's getting.
ball taken away. Here's Hershey headed the other way for the Aces on the drive to the basket. Missed it. Rebound Randall there to put it up and in. As an interior post player, you always love when a layup comes off. You get to add to your rebound stats and your point total. Whistle and a travel out top on the Indians, getting a little careless there. Was Crawford. Turnover goes back to Mount Carmel, who leads it 44-23. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. The Aces will take Hershey and Randall out. They may not see any more time depending on how the score holds here. The Aces up 21 points. Dunlap feeds it over into the corner to Knapp. Now back out top to Woodcock. Topside feed to Olivia Peach. Working against the Lawrenceville zone. Down to the baseline, Zoe Randall. Her pass inside, stolen away. Looking there for Woodcock, but it was knocked away by Lawrenceville. Out top for the Engines. It's Phipps to the right side. Hill. Back now. Down low. Hughes walked.
Looks like Mount Carmel's bringing in the JV and up 21, have a game later today. I completely understand.
Battle of Black Diamond Conference foes. Fairfield and Edwards County coming up next. If you want to watch that game, by the way, on YouTube, Dave Rigg will be streaming it. Just look for Edwards County Lions on YouTube. We'll be back for the 2:30 finale. I guess Dave will have the next game, too, between Lawrenceville and Edwards County at 1. Here's a corner three for the Aces. No good from Woodcock. And then we'll be back here on the News Channel 15 YouTube page and WSJD for the finale of the day at 2:30 or thereabouts between Mount Carmel and Fairfield. Moving a baseline, that pass is knocked out of bounds. No, just thrown out of bounds. It'll go to Mount Carmel on the Indian turnover. More changes for the Aces. Coming in is Brinley Hamill for the first time. It's Hamill. Hazel Ernest is out there as well for the Aces, along with Evie Knapp. Maddie Riggs is out there. So the Aces playing out the string here with 3:30 to go. This is Ernest on the right side. Now Woodcock, bad pass. Ernest goes back and retrieves it near the timeline. Out top now Hamill, left side the feed. That's Knapp. Lob underneath, broken up by Lawrenceville. Picked up, though, by the Aces. Ernest foots up the shot, no good. Rebound and a foul on the Aces.
No, it's going to be on Lawrenceville. They're going to call it over the back.
Okay. It is on the Indians, number 20. I thought the official was saying go the other way.
The way he signaled it, I think he was meaning it was on them, and it was just kind of confusing.
So it's on Reagan Ivers. Mount Carmel will inbound underneath the basket. Woodcock will trigger it inbounds. It comes into Evie Knapp. Now Hamill in the corner. Woodcock drives in, stops, kicks. Back to Hamill. Right side, swing it quickly over to Ernest. And now back out to Knapp. Now to Woodcock. Left side, Hamill. Woodcock again near the foul line. Ernest nearly deflected. It was deflected, but the Aces end up with it. 2:40 left in the game. Left side, driving. Hamill puts up the shot off the backboard and no good. Indians get the rebound.
Right now, might as well just get everybody in and get everybody some varsity experience.
Travel here by Sanders, trying to get some space. Aces going again into the bench. Here's Leah Lewis, number 11, 33. Macy Glenn checking in from Mount Carmel. Lawrenceville also going to make a change. They're going to get McKenna Hill back out there. 2:25 to go in the game. Mount Carmel has this one well in hand, 44-23. As the Aces work it around out top. It's in the hands of Lewis. Bounce pass down low. Hamill tracks it down in the corner. Hamill back out top now to Lewis. Over to the right side, Ernest. Now back, Lewis. 3 off the line. Rebound for the Aces. The putback will not go. Missing the shot there was Macy Glenn. A rebound and a travel against Maddie Riggs there.
In my opinion, that's where you challenge your team to try to get it to under a minute and a half before you take your first shot, or just see how long you can rotate the ball and get as many passes in possession as you can.
1:42 to go here in the game. Lawrenceville with the ball. They'll look to lob it in, and the basket is good as Adeline Sanders hits the shot. Makes it a 44-25 game in favor of the Aces. 90 seconds to go, and that will be a travel against Riggs, who hesitated to try to let the defender fly by, but she moved her feet at the same time. A travel, and now Lawrenceville will make a change. They'll get Loader back out there. 1:28 to play, 44-25 Aces. Scoreboard check brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. Indians with it. Cessna, left side, over to Hill. Out top, it's in the hands of Sanders now. And now Cessna. Cessna's driving, stops, kicks, 3 flies Sanders, no good. Rebound over the top. The ball was headed right to Leah Lewis, who got fouled over the back.
That's a good job. That's just what a good box out does. When the defender's taller than you and you just put a butt on their leg, they can't jump to get the ball. They're going to have to go over your back almost every time.
And there's a ball taken away by Lawrenceville, and Mount Carmel commits the foul. That will be the 5th team foul? No, just the first. I'm looking at timeouts on the board instead of fouls. Just the first foul of the quarter against the Aces. Lawrenceville with a basketball. Less than a minute to go. Far side, and a foul reaching in on the Aces will go against Hazel Ernest. 43 seconds remaining. We'll talk with Matt McCarty in our Coach's Post-Game Show, presented by Sean Morgan, the Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk, coming up.
And it's going to be nice to talk to Coach McCarty after a win for first time this year. And as it is just a hair bit later than we thought it was, it's just such a great way to get one.
Fairfield and Edwards County will battle next. Pass in the corner for the Indians. Back out. Good look for 3. Well short, though, on the shot was Ivers. Aces with the rebound. Bringing it down is Hamill on the move. Continues toward the basket. Bounces it down to the baseline. Shot put up. No good. Hamill rebound. Stick back won't go. Tries again and missed again. Rebound. Aces again put it up. No good. And Lawrenceville has it 10 seconds. Indians still in attack mode. That's Sanders. Back out. Hill for 3. No good. Rebound will end the game. Final score. Final check of the scoreboard brought to you by Tim Phillips of Jade Investments. Mount Carmel wins it 44-25 over Lawrenceville. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back for the post-game show after this.
At Wabash General Hospital, we're more than healthcare. We are part of the team. Our athletic trainers proudly serve 13 area high schools and 3 junior colleges, standing on the sidelines and in the AT rooms every day. From keeping our athletes healthy to helping them chase their dreams, we're here for every student athlete, every game, every step of the way, from injury to return to play. At Wabash General Hospital, caring for athletes is our game.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Prices are falling at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get up to $9,400 off a new Jeep Wrangler or a Ram 1500 with 0% financing and no pay for 90 days. Come in today or go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a Pacifica with $6,200 off MSRP or lease a Durango for $474 a month. See them for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
The holidays are a busy time, and keeping track of your spending can be easier than you think. With F&B Mobile Banking, you can monitor your purchases, set spending limits, and receive real-time alerts all from your phone. Whether you're shopping local, traveling, or checking out online, managing your money is simple, secure, and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Download F&B Mobile Banking from the App Store or Google Play, or visit your nearest branch to learn more about staying on budget this season and beyond. Track your holiday spending with F&B and enjoy a little extra peace of mind this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at the Hilltop side of the inaugural Mount Carmel Lady Aces Thanksgiving Tournament. Time for our coach's pregame show, brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. Max, have you got that book totaled up?
Yeah, I've got it all
let you run through the stats here.
Yeah, we'll start out with Lawrenceville. They had Sydney Mack. She had Reagan Ivor. She had 3. That came in the first quarter when she knocked down a 3. That was also their highest point-scoring quarter, where they had 10. Then, both with 7 apiece, was Adeline Sanders and Elise Crawford. Adeline Sanders had a 3 and 2 twos. Then Elise Crawford had 3 twos and was 1 for 2 from the line. Then Ava Cessna, she had 4 twos. She scored 4 points in the third quarter, and she was part of what kind of stopped that huge run for Mount Carmel. She had 8 points, and she was 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Then we get over to Mount Carmel. Madeline Mann had 2 points. She scored that only basket in the first quarter. Then with 6 is Tinsley Dunlap. She had 6, all 3 baskets coming in the first half. Then with 15, Macy Randall. She was 1 for 2 from the line, knocked in 7 twos. Then leading all scorers was Riley Hershey. She had 21, had 8 total twos, was perfect from the line, 2 for 2, and made 1 3 in tonight's game. Aces win 44-25. That's going to be really nice for when they add up that point differential to see who wins it all.
Mount Carmel gets the win, their first of the season. They defeat a conference foe in the Indians of Lawrenceville here in the tournament. Again, up next, and if you want to watch this game, you can tune in on the Edwards County Lions YouTube page. Dave Rigg and Troy Rigg will have the call of the next 2 games. Edwards County playing Fairfield, and then the Lions stay on the court, and they'll take on the Indians of Lawrenceville in back-to-back games. I believe that's 11:30, and then what is that? How does that go? 11:30?
They're going to have just a small, I think, half hour to an hour break. Hopefully this one's done by, or this is 11:30, right?
Yeah, so it's the 11:30 game, and then 1 o'clock for the Lawrenceville Edwards County game, so no real break.
No real break.
And then at 2:30, Mount Carmel comes back to play Fairfield. Right now, this one is on target for an 11:30 start. It's always remarkable how off tournament schedules get when you try to go back to back to back to back. But it's an 11:30 start between Fairfield and Edwards County. Lawrenceville and Edwards County play at 1, and then we're back with Mount Carmel versus Fairfield at 2:30 here this afternoon. Thanks to Emory, I can't even spit it out, Emory Byers for running our stream today. For Kevin McGinnis at WSJD, for Max Gerlach, I'm Kyle Peach. That's our Coach's Postgame Show presented by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. We'll see you at 2:30 this afternoon, but for now, so long, everybody.
All righty.